What's up guys, it's Nicole, also known as Nikki Vegan, and welcome to part 1 of my 5-day back to school lunch series. Today and every day this week, I'm going to be bringing you a new healthy lunch recipe that is easy and delicious and perfect to bring to either school or work. Make sure you're subscribed so that you don't miss an episode, and if you haven't seen my last 2 years, this is now my 3rd year doing this series, so if you haven't seen those ones, I will put that in the description box below because that's potentially 10 more back to school lunch recipes that you might not have seen yet. In preparation for this series, I asked some of you on Instagram what some of your biggest issues were when it comes to packing your lunch, and a lot of you have similar issues that I have, which is worrying about your food not staying cold, worrying about spilling, and basically just making the same boring thing over and over, and it's not having very much fun with what you're making. So I can totally relate to all of that, and hopefully throughout the course of this week I will be able to share lots of tips and recipes and kind of hacks with you that will help make packing your lunch a lot easier. So instead of just putting regular old peanut butter or almond butter on the sandwich, we're gonna make a really cool custom spread. So what you're going to need is a heaping tablespoon of either peanut butter or almond butter. I'm gonna go ahead and add some extra flavor by adding some dried blueberries. I like to do a combo of the dried fruit, which is nice and tart and a little bit crispy, and then also a little bit of raisins. I do about a tablespoon. You can totally add chocolate chips, cacao nibs, coconut flakes. I mean, literally anything you want. Hemp seeds are great. I love to do a sprinkle of cinnamon, and sometimes I'll even do a little dash of maple syrup or a couple of drops of vanilla extract. All of that is really good. You can really customize this and make it delicious. And then you're just going to mix that all together until it's well combined, and we're going to spread this onto a couple of pieces of vegan bread. You can use whatever kind of sandwich bread you like. I quite like this one because I keep it in the freezer. Did I say I quite like? Who am I? So you're just going to go ahead and put a thick layer of your almond butter mixture on one piece of the bread. I like to go ahead and toast the bread slightly because I find that it holds up really nicely in a lunchbox. I don't do it so that it's hard and crunchy, but just so that it has a little bit extra firmness to it. I find that that's really good when traveling. Then I'm gonna put some bananas, and then this is a peanut butter cinnamon granola that is so delicious. You could do chocolate chips here, cacao nibs, hemp seeds. I mean, there's so many different options. You could do some crushed peanuts if you wanted, or some other dried fruits. Dates are so good in these sandwiches. So as you can see, the possibilities are really endless. And then instead of jelly on the other side, I'm gonna do this cool trick, which is where you take some fresh raspberries and a drizzle of maple syrup, and I'm just going to mash that directly onto the bread. This is so good and so fresh because it's kind of like a jelly, but it's a little bit more tart and it's a little bit juicier, so it really helps keep the sandwich really nice and stuck together and adds just a really delicious bright flavor. I'm really excited to hear what kind of flavor combinations you guys come up with. I really love this combination of the tart fresh berries with the crispy dried berries, and then the sweet chewy raisins with the cinnamon and the banana. Oh my gosh, so delicious and so like nostalgic, but also different and new, which I love. So moving on to snacks, I'm going to also take a pretty traditional snack, which is carrots and hummus, but make it a little bit more special by roasting these. And these are good served warm or cold, so they're perfect for your lunchbox. I'm just going to cut them into sticks and then drizzle on a little tiny bit of maple syrup with some salt, pepper, and dried cumin. And then I'm going to put this in the oven for just about 10 minutes. You can do this the night before, of course, or you can do this in bulk if you're meal prepping for school. And you're just going to cook this until the carrots are kind of tender, but still a little bit crisp. And I like to serve this with a bit of hummus. I just take a little bit of some store-bought hummus, put it into a little container, and then I pop the carrot sticks right inside, and this is good to go. Making the carrots this way is seriously so flavorful, you guys. I'm really excited for you to try it, especially if you have a really nice creamy garlicky hummus. It's just such a flavorful combination and a little bit more exciting than just your basic, carrots and hummus. I also added some of these vegan cookies. They're made with zucchini and cinnamon, but they kind of just taste like graham crackers, and they're a nice way to kind of sweeten up the first day of the week. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this first recipe of the week. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so that you don't miss any upcoming videos. I've got lots more up my sleeve that I hope you guys will love as well. I will see you back here tomorrow and every day this week for a new recipe. Bye!